Pet Grooming Academy, and welcome to the Business Edge of this year. Today, we're going to talk about something that goes far beyond the grooming techniques or even customer service. We are going to jump into work culture, the heartbeat of every successful salon. Your culture determines how your teams communicate, how your clients feel when they walk in, and ultimately whether your business grows or grinds to a halt. So what is the definition of workplace culture? What is this? Workplace culture is the personality of your business. It is the shared values, the beliefs, and the behaviors that influence how people treat one another and how the work gets done. It shows up in the small things, how you greet your team in the morning, how you respond to mistakes, and how your employees talk about you when you're not in the room. Something we all got to think about, right? When culture and values align, people feel belonging, they feel motivated, and they have that trust. But when they don't, it's like working with a dull blade. It still cuts, but it's ineffective, it's frustrating, and it sometimes can be painful. Many salon owners often confuse the concepts of work culture and work environment, but it's really important to recognize that they are distinctly different. Work culture can be defined as the underlying mindset of the salon, right? It encompasses those behaviors. It exhibits and shows the values that are celebrated, the norms that dictate what is considered acceptable or unacceptable within your workplace. A strong work culture promotes collaboration, accountability, positivity among team members. It's about cultivating that sense of belonging and that shared sense of purpose. It really is there to ensure that everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute at their best. On the other hand, the work environment is going to reflect the tangible and the intangible aspects of the space, where this work is actually occurring, right? This includes the physical layout of your salon, the safety measures that you have put in place, and the overall energy and tone that permeates this workplace. So an aesthetically pleasing salon with high-end finishes, excellent. That can really enhance the experience for both the employees and the clients. But if the atmosphere is poisoned by negativity or poisoned with negative behaviors like gossip and team member experiences you're seeing people constantly feeling like they're burnt out, then the work environment can really become detrimental. While both work culture and work environment are crucial to the success of a salon, it's really important to understand that the culture has to take the precedence. A positive culture is going to serve as the foundation. It's going to be that guiding flow of how individuals interact and work together. While the environment is shaping in the response to the culture, in other words, you can invest in creating a stunning salon full of this luxury, all these great features. But if internal dynamics of your team are unhealthy, then you're always going to be struggling to maintain that thriving workplace. Prioritizing and nurturing a strong work culture will ultimately lead to a healthier, more supportive work environment for everyone involved. So why does a strong work culture matter? Really, a robust work culture does more than just create a pleasant atmosphere. It significantly impacts your financial performances. When you are cultivating a strong culture, the effects are so profound and far-reaching. First and foremost, employees are going to feel more valued. They're going to feel more appreciated. This is going to foster a deeper connection to their work and the organization. The sense of belonging really ignites enthusiasm, and this is going to really lead to heightened levels of productivity and their creativity, because team members are they're not merely trying to survive day to day. They are really trying to do their best job. And if they're not, they need to feel like they are contributing to that innovative role that you are setting in your salon environment. They want to feel that they are reaching with their solutions and that they have a renewed sense of purpose on a daily basis. This is where that burnout comes from. When your culture is vibrant and supportive, top talent is less likely to leave. And that's ultimately, at the end of the day, what we want. We want to be able to recognize that this is a workplace where people can truly belong, where they can grow and where they can develop their skills. And this is going to help you retain the best and brightest in the industry. A weak workplace or a weak culture is going to be detrimental to the business. When the cultural foundation is fragile, it's going to breed that turnover. And if you are seeing a lot of turnover, you are going to have that heightened resentment among all of your employees. There's going to be a lot of chaos behind scenes. Regardless of how skilled your workforce may be, if they're not happy, they're not going to be performing. Think of your culture as your silent recruiter. It attracts the individuals who align with your value, and it's going to push away those who don't fit in. When you get it right, the benefits are abundant and your organization is going to flourish. Let's break this down into 5 foundational pieces that you can start using today. First off, what you're going to need to do is define your values and vision. Be clear about what you stand for. Everyone should know what your salon believes in and what success looks like. Number 2, open communication. And you can do this by opening up and encouraging honest communication. Even when conversations are uncomfortable, people should feel like they can come to you. Number 3, recognition. Celebrate wins. A simple, I noticed the detailed work you did on so-and-so today. That goes such a long way. Number 4, inclusion and diversity. If you're creating a space where everyone feels welcome, different perspectives make your salon smarter, stronger, and so much more creative. And number 5, growth and development. Invest in your team's education and their career paths. A culture that grows people will always outperform one who just hires them. Keep that in mind. Remember that. A culture that grows people will always outperform the ones who just hire them. And think about corporates or other places. You want to bring in people to your work who fit in. We're going to talk about watching for warning signs. And if you notice any of these, it's time to correct immediately. If you're seeing high turnover and a lot of conflict, that is a big warning sign that you need to adjust your work culture. If you're seeing lack of transparency from some of your leaders, or maybe taking a look at yourself and thinking, am I this? Do I need to take a look and are there some changes in me I need to do? And if you're seeing some of your people and you're thinking, or some of your team, fear of speaking up or sharing their ideas, these are some early signs of a toxic or misaligned work culture. And like matting, the longer it's ignored, the harder it is to untangle. So if you're seeing these, take some time and try and work through these before you get that pelted mess. It's worth making these adjustments and to come to terms with this before you get into anything you don't want to see happen that could have a negative impact on your business. So some key takeaways from this particular time. Right now, culture does not just happen. It's not an accident. It's a decision that you make every day for your business. It starts with leadership, and it's not just about the slogans. It's a little bit more in depth than that. When it's done right, culture becomes your most powerful form of marketing and retention. This course has helped you and you think you might want some more because we just touched on a fragment of it. There is a full course inside the Scholar Lounge that you can take called Strengthen Your Grooming Business, and it is a 3-part series that has a full work culture, employee handbook, and hiring with purpose course that comes with templates, PDFs, everything you need to execute these things on your own. I'm Dara Forleo, and this is how we build the business edge of this year, one intentional culture at a time. I look forward to seeing you in the next class.